Working on this Greenman, and I'm gonna just carve on it for a little bit this afternoon in this cold weather. And yeah, this is a Greenman. Chris Pye is the guy that's doing it, and I'm also going to be moderating some things here. So see if can do that. As it gets going. Yeah, just leaves here coming out of this face. So I'm trying to get this face in there. This basketball's pretty dry. I mellowed it a little bit. Hope everybody's doing okay from the storm. I'm a pastor, and we had to cancel services today, but we have a Saturday night service, so we were able to record that. And then that service we just played this morning for everyone who joined us online. So, yeah. Going to just get my idea down for some of these leads. Got a sharpener over here. I got a couple of sharpening things. I'll just bring this over here to show you. Got the wheels there. This one I use quite a bit. This is the John Burke system here, and I got a work sharp over here that's really great too. Side of that a little bit. This old Craftsman does the job. I had to reverse the motor. You can do that on these old Craftsmen, so it goes this way instead of that way, so you don't throw it into yourself. Yeah, that's that there. So move this back over to the Greenman. There we go. Can't really see comments. I apologize. I hope you can hear me. But yeah, I'm working on this Greenman. Go under there. Some of these out there. I'm gonna grab a different tool. Shaft here. Everybody says, what kind of tools do you like? You know, because I use a lot of different kind of tools. I like the one that I need at the moment, and so that may be a Swiss made file. I might grab me a shaft. I do like those. Those are great tools. The flex cuts are good in some ways. I like those. So just use what you like, what you're used to. You spend a lot of money on tools, and then really only use a few. So, something right there you gotta be aware of. The weather's bad. I wonder if it's bad where you're at. See, I'm just looking back. I'm turned around here looking at my iPad. Just welcome a few of you here. good. I got drawn these in, gouge these out first with a notice how I keep my other hand, even if I don't use this hand to push, I rest it on my other hand because I want to know where it's at. Because I don't want to go to urgent care today and get any stitches. That's never fun for anybody. Well, but I hope you're dry, or I hope you're safe. Hope you're warm. Hope you got heat. It's a pretty bad storm. Oh, almost did it there. They still look like they're sunk in a bit. This one's got to come out. Remember, the outside of the eye is the deepest part of the face, even in Greenman. We're gonna get that a little deeper. Rosh, I cannot see you. Welcome. Glad you joined me this Sunday afternoon. Why don't you guys put in the chat what you've been carving? How many people have joined this chat live? Oh, wow, 70 of you. So, I got my iPad set up so I can see who's all joining me. Can't see the comments. Oh, I should have tested this before. Turn this number 3 upside down. This fishtail gouge and bring his eyes back a little bit. I'm gonna put a little sharpness on this one real quick. With the eyes bulging out like a frog. Problem is I went so deep right there. You gotta go deeper there, or it's not gonna look, too much the same. Oh, I got a good little gouge. You knew what I wanted to get from Chris Willock when I was at Stubai. I like this little gouge. Taped it up. I was traveling with it. Sharp little gouge. Chris sold it to me out in Illinois at the Gathering of Wood Carvers. He's a stupid guy. I did this one. Remember, when you're doing a face, whatever you do on one side, you do on the other side. symmetrical. So, great knife. I got this from Turkey woodpecker carving off of Etsy. I got like 2 of them for my birthday, and I got another one, $70. That includes shipping and tax, and the cool little sheath. My wife got me this for my birthday. Good knives. Came razor sharp. These knives should. Still, it's too much chin. Looking for another chisel. Little V tool, this little curvy tool I got, the Woodcraft in Toledo, Ohio. I live right by Toledo. Closed up, and man, they were selling some tools. I probably never would have bought a bent V tool. What was it, a Vayner 11? They were selling things about 30-40% off, and I just couldn't pass it. Oh, this would be nice. Get some meat out of there. Zion, hi. Welcome. Good to have. What are you guys carving? Should look on your channels, I guess. A lot of people ask me how I got into wood carving. I started in 2007, but I had 3 kids and they were still home and young, so I didn't have a lot of time for wood carving. I pastored a larger church, and my kids were all involved in sports and youth group and the community. But when they started going to college and getting married, moving out, didn't have any lacrosse games to go to, or wrestling tournaments, or football games, I really got into it more. I was visiting a friend down in, where was that place? Newburgh, Indiana. And his name is Marty. And Marty told me, doing this thing out in the shop, and I took a wood carving lesson off of Billy Reynolds. I want to get to the wood carving he gave my dad, but it was one of his very first from an old cedar post. And Marty gave that to my dad. He gave me one similar to that. And man, I thought that was great. And I went out to his shop, and he told me, he said run a chisel up through that cedar. And I ran a chisel up through that cedar, and I just got hooked. And since then I've been blessed. I've taken some lessons, Of course, now you got YouTube and a lot of books. But took lessons off of Alec Lacasse a few times, and went out last October with Vic Hood. Some great carvers. I'm hoping to go to Iowa and carve and learn under Jeff Fairs. Got all his books. I hear he's a fantastic instructor. But some people say, well, I don't have time to carve, I don't have time to do something like that. If the average person is on their phone 3, 4, 5 hours a day, you know, what could you learn in 5 hours a day? You can learn a hobby, you can learn a musical instrument, you can learn another language, and you can surely learn how to carve in 5 hours a day that people are just wasting, doom scrolling, just stupefying themselves. And I doom scroll too much on Instagram, and yeah, so you gotta watch that, all that stuff. I gotta decide what kind of eyes I want to put in here. Gotta be something kind of fun and mysterious, since this is such a unique, Greenmen are so unique and mystical. It's gotta be something cool. I just want a little more control. You actually have more control malleting than pushing, so I don't want to go up against that nose. I gotta bring this down some. So, if you carbonate faces, you understand the rule of thirds, right? The length of the nose is the length of the forehead, is the length of the chin. So this dude's chin should go about here if it was a realistic face. But we're doing a little fantasy carving, so it's not going to be, we're not going to follow exactly the rules, because it's not a real human. I'm not carving a portrait. It is a Greenman. I still want a nice barrel here for the mouth. Set up. Cut that in. Draw that in and then cut it. I want a little more. Chin just a little pointier. We're excited. We're having Todd Martin. Todd Martin is a great caricature carver for our wood carving club. He's coming in February. Look him up if you do caricatures. Down in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fantastic guy. Got a great Instagram page, Todd Martin, if you want to look him up. He's going to come and teach us caricatures. I'm just not good at them, and some guys in the shop, you know, they don't, in our club, you know, they don't want to do faces. And we got a full sign up already. So I thought that was pretty neat. I did one of these Greenmen. Oh yeah, it's up there. I'll show you. Did this one years ago. Let's see if I can get it up. It's up there on my wall. That's from Cathedral in Norwich. I gotta point this camera right and avoid the light. There it is. Right up there. That's my favorite Greenman. I probably did that 12 years ago. It's carving ahead of my time. That's a nice carving Marty gave me up there. Um, Great friend made that for me for Christmas with my logo. That's pretty cool. So, I like my shop. Alright, I get this back where it needs to be. Alright. Let me see. Hello from maybe Macedonia? I see some Cyrillic. I'm not sure exactly where it's from. But greetings, great to have you. I want this to go real deep. I'll have to dig that out. I know people don't think you should use Dremel or power, but tell you what, good Dremel, some good Dremel bits, don't hurt anything to get a little digging done. Ooh, it's getting hot. Last night I did cut in the nose, and some people want to know I cut in the nose. I go in straight here, and then I flip this for the nostril. You gotta do the matching side. I gotta get right in front here. Yeah. Form it up. I'm gonna use this number 7 since I got it in my hand. Get that ball going. Just give me an idea how I do that. I'll do that later. I'll do that later, see how my batteries on my camera's going. Oh, I got 10% left. We got a few more minutes. Thinking of cutting this in, but I need a good pencil. I'm going to draw that in. Before I do that, smooth. I get a couple of things. So we did the circle of thirds, right? So usually the mouth isn't halfway, it's actually a third of the way, or 2/3 of the way up. So the mouth should be right in here. But I'm going to redraw, for the sake of symmetrical, I want to redraw the center line. Which is a good idea to keep doing. Okay, so I'm just going to block you here because I need to draw this right. Draw that straight line. Remember, in a normal face, the end of the lip would be in the center of the eye. But this is not exactly. It's a fantasy face. It's a Greenman. So we're going to go a little bit out. I'm not quite going to get there. Well, I want to get this part right here. And lip. gonna cut it with a V2 first. Not even going that deep. Make sure I get it all correct. Then I like the longer. I like these longer V2s. This 15.3. I gotta decide which knife I'm gonna use. Great knives. Some good luck. I've got some good knives. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get them out. I'm gonna show you. This North Bay is a good hawker right here. Just hawk off some knife with that. I've had that quite a while. I don't know where my flex cut is, but the very first knife I ever got was a flex cut detail knife. I still use that to this day. Good value, great knife. A good friend got me a dunkel. You can't go wrong with a dunkel. And I think this is a Davis. For the price on Amazon for these Davis knives, and they don't sponsor me, they didn't even send me anything free, I'm just telling you, I use this knife a lot, and it keeps a really good edge. But the beauty knives here, as you know, are Helvies, and got the Don Mertz edition of the amazing Helvie knives, and would-be carvers. And these are knives. I'm gonna put a little edge on this before I cut there. So let me do that real quick. Things got to be sharp. Things that aren't sharp hurt people. When your knives aren't sharp, I don't even think this is sharp enough yet. When they're not sharp enough, people get hurt. You're strained and you slip. See, I always have a scrap piece of wood. Try your knives. I don't like it yet. Maybe I'm a knife snob. I don't. Maybe I'm Russian. This might be hamstrung. So yeah, it's like 11 degrees here in Michigan, but I got a little heater in my garage, and there we go. Every once in a while, I really need a hand strap, and that works out. Hey, Henry. Well, it looks like a Messi jumped in. Just had a little more light under this vise. This is an Eli ball vise, and I have it in another vise. A friend made that. I don't know if you can see the vise that's holding the Eli ball vise, but I'm gonna show it to you because it's amazing. Made that for me for my birthday. Incredible vise. So I have the Eli ball vise on a big old piece of wood here, and then clamped into there in that workbench. So that's how I have that working. Oh, right there like that. Lots of ways to carve mouths. Carve them any way you want, as long as they look like mouths and lips when you're done. Come in here. Take some of this chin out. Probably a lot more of this chin. These are going to be the lips here. Here's my number 320. Here it is. And just gonna deeper. Again, this is just stop cuts. And top off a little bit. Later. Center that up. I'm gonna take a below 7/6 and just going to turn it, okay? I might do this a couple times. Not sharp. See how that skipped? Adrian, good to have you. See how this skipped right there? It's not slicing. Can't have that. You have nice, smooth. Work on this mouth. Lips defined. Bottom lip is sticking out a little more than I like. So, we'll fix it. Remember, carving faces, whatever you do on one side, you do on the other side. So match it up. Tools. Well, I think my phone's about dead. All right. That looks a little better. Maybe tomorrow I'll have time to come out here, decide what I'm going to do with these eyes. Sometimes they look cool closed, but sometimes they look cool if they're little. Maybe they're a little sneaky. Maybe like looking over there. What do you think of that? I had him kind of sneakily looking the other direction, like a little mischievousness. Yeah, and we can mess with that. Well, hey, thanks for taking time tonight, joining me in my shop. I'll cut those eyes in maybe tomorrow night. So appreciate you hanging out. So keep carving, stay safe, stay warm, check on your neighbors, see if they need anything if you're in this storm. All right. God bless, keep carving.